How's it going, guys? Welcome to TheBlueShifting and welcome back to ReWrite Plus. So, I still don't know. Like, I've said a couple times in a row now, and it's still the case, that I keep leaving these episodes with more questions than answers. I know that's intentional, but it's starting to drive me a little mad. I want some answers. Okay, so big highlights, of course, have been we went into that, the mirror universe or the parallel, the what do you call it? The reality marble or whatever it is that's like the alternate parallel pseudo not real dimension. We saw road figures in there who had the dog, familiar-like creatures that are really strong and crazy fast, and they chase us down. We had to fight them off. I learned about the correlation with the clock in the corner and like apparently our power stages. I kind of am guessing it counts up from 1 to 12, 1 being like vertical, and it's like stages like 2, 3. I think we started at stage 3 because he talked about how he'd used it a couple times before we started the game, and now it's a stage 4. And every time he goes, it increases his baseline strength and capabilities, but he's like, but what's the cost? There's got to be a price to pay. It's kind of like an equivalent exchange idea, and I think that's a very valid thing. Like, no power comes for free, and so it's him being cautious about it is actually a decent idea. Like why push the limit when you don't have to? So that's something obviously we need to keep in mind, that I could push it too far, possibly. I don't know what it will mean. Maybe there's thresholds that'll determine different routes that we end up taking or are walked away from, or simply deterministic of like some dialogue options at certain points in the storyline. I don't really know. So we'll have to just see when we get there. Otherwise, yeah, just kind of waiting for the Harvest Festival and seeing what the heck's going to happen there. So again, no clue what's going to happen today, but let's jump into it, shall we? All right, I'm going to do my best today. I'm going to go to school after the following along with the morning stretches in this child's program. Whew, it's been a wonderful morning. I'm going to drink this whole pack of milk in a single go. Why would you do that? End up spitting half of it out. I wish I could change that much overnight. The only thing different about today is that I have milk dripping from my nose. Ugh. Yeah, why would you do that? What a fool. It was all thanks to Yoshino we ended up with that masterpiece of a commercial. As such, I think we should do something to pay him back today.
そんなことより、そっとしておいてあげる方が彼は喜ぶんじゃないかしら?
Yeah, but then we could do something fun, which is not leaving him alone.
そうですね。
That's not true. He might not look like it, but he's actually dying to play with everyone.
そうなのか。まあ、お礼してあげるのはいいことなんじゃない?
Thank you, Kotori.
で、何をするんだ?
Oh, good to see Lucia here too. I don't know why I choked there. I was listening to the radio the other day and learned that they have a short segment for messages to friends or whatnot. The DJ reads them aloud, so I'm sure he'll be touched if he heard it.
今から投稿? ずいぶん気の長い話じゃない?
Don't underestimate me. Everyone can do an internet radio show in this modern era.
また動画サイトに続いてサイバーな話だね.
He's gonna be a YouTuber next.
そういえば、この間の映像はどうなったんです?
I looked it over and it felt like it was too embarrassing to put online.
全然素晴らしい映像できてないじゃないですか.
Come on, that's the best thing to put online. But maybe somehow keep yourself out of it. Well, he still helped. I wanted to do something for him in return.
それは何かいじってやりたいという意味かしら?
Tomato, Akane. Not at all. My feelings are genuine.
で、私たちは何をすればいい?
Well, Prez, can I borrow your microphone and laptop?
録音機材? 大したものはないわよ.
That's all I need. I plug in the microphone into the laptop. Now, I open the recording software. Test, test. And now the play button. Test, test. Seems like it's working fine. Okay, everyone, call out Yoshino's name in unison.
呼んでどうするんです?
I'm gonna edit it in after we record it. The bulk of it's gonna be in my speech, but gonna be my speech anyway. I wanted to use it like a sound effect. He'll be even more touched hearing all of your voices.
きっと喜んでくれるだろう.
Aw, thank you, Suzuru. Of course!
一瞬詰まったな. あなた自身、何か思うところがあるんじゃない?
Shh! I can pretend, okay? Not at all! My feelings are genuine.
一番縁遠い言葉に聞こえるが.
Ow! Well, let's just record it. I forcefully end the discussion. Anyway, don't forget to try and sound gracious as you call out his name. Let's start with you, Prez. I maneuver the mouse as we speak. Okay, now.
吉野。
Don't say it like you're annoyed with him.
いつも通りよ。
Well, that is true, but is it okay if I do another take?
なぜ？
No, I mean, your tone's gonna upset the mood of our recording, regardless of how emotionally my speech turns out.
悪いけど、全く感謝の気持ちもないわ。
Look, can't you just try some general lip service? I don't need you to actually feel grateful.
なんかいきなり本来の目的がミジンコになりましたね。
Oh, we're only just starting. Good for you to be up to speed on things. Okay, go.
吉野。吉野。吉野。吉野？
よしの。
Now everyone at the same time.
吉野。
Oh, that was kind of cute. It actually sounded musical. All right, perfect. I saved the recordings. Okay, I'll go edit this now.
ここじゃできないの？
It's embarrassing. I mean, I'm gonna be giving him a heartfelt message.
そんじゃ、いってらっしゃ
His heartfelt message is gonna be pretty upsetting, isn't it?
い。いらっしゃい。
I never heard that used outside of any of army movies these days.
おかえりなさい、小太郎くん。いらっしゃい。
Sounds like she took a liking to it.
で、どうだったんです？
Yeah, that. Before I knew it, it turned into a song. Take a listen. Oh no. No, wrong button. Yoshino. Peeps on the internet with the Occult Research Society. Why is it so mute? What is he doing with that? It's very YouTube poop. Yoshino. Yoshino. Jeez. Beautiful. Oh, look at that. Just look at that editing. Get right to the chin. It's amazing. Oh. It's perfect. Why did it open his fly? Oh, it's so brilliant. What is youth? He just took that line out. Oh no. He didn't even use the girls. I found some people who volunteered to sing for me online. What do you think? It was beautiful.
いいね。さすが小太郎さん。
Thank you, Kotarou.
素晴らしい。
Yes, Shizuru. I knew you'd understand. Looks like we've got a unanimous opinion.
いや、待て。私は一体どうしたらいいんだ。
Let's sing it cheerfully.
遠慮する。
ダメです。全然なってないと思います。
What?
安心するわ。反対意見が出てくれて。
It's kind of true. We are a little off the rocker sometimes, aren't we?
最後がウルトラヨシノなのか、ハイパーヨシノなのか、どっちかわかりません。どっちに変身するんですか？
I think that's the issue she has.
え？その前まで全部スルー？
はい。まあ。
Thank you, Chihaya. Perez clutches her head. She's like, this is why I didn't want anyone in the club. I'm surrounded by idiots. About that. I wasn't sure which one to pick, so I kind of ended up putting them both in. I figured he could transform into both.
じゃあしょうがないですね。
Oh, Chihaya.
もう好きにして。これ全部小太郎くんが作ったの？
Not really. This guy I met online, Chachi? I don't know how you're supposed to say that. Took care of the music and even added to the chorus. He did the video too, but we only had one picture of Yoshino, so...
いや、それじゃあ小太郎は何にも作業してないんじゃん。
Hope you at least paid this guy for his trouble. Hey, I wrote the lyrics.
まあいいですけど。
Alright, let's show it to Yoshino immediately. How'd you like it?
ここまでコケにされたのは初めてだぜ。
You've never been this touched in your life? I see, I see.
素晴らしい。
なんだ、俺は生まれただけで十分なのか。そっから先はぶっちゃけ不問か。
Like, why do you torment me, demon? Yep.
なんという根源からの愛にあふれた歌なのか。
Aww.
ざけんなー！ザクザクザクザクザクザクザクザクザク
A hip-hop tune springs from Akane's computer. How did she do that so quickly?
何してんだよてめえ！
暇だからサンプリングボイスを作ってみたわ。
Let me see.
ざけんざけんざけんざけんなー！うおー、やめろー
This is fun. Yoshino snatched the laptop away from me. No, wait, that's not ours. Hey, what do you think you're doing?
これか。フォルダごとデータ消去してやる。
No! By the time I get the laptop back, the folder's already been wiped. You deleted it. Yoshino deleted it. You knew you felt shy, but I didn't know you needed to go that far.
この後に及んで照れ隠しとか、どこまでひまわり頭なんだてめえ。
You think it was easy? How long do you think I spent editing and making this chorus? 0.
その辺大変だったのってネットのチャッキーさんなんじゃないです？
Alright, so Chucky. It's just weird that they use Chucky, like CKY, instead of like KI. Maybe it's supposed to be like more based on like Romaji, which I guess I could see somebody trying to spell something like Chucky or even Chucky or with an A. It's odd. I won't forgive this. It's unforgivable. I can feel my dark side expanding within me.
小太郎くん、ダメだよダークサイドは。笑顔でスマイル。ほら、ライトサイド。
It's too late. My light side's already been locked down in the abyssal depths of my soul. Your voice can no longer reach it. Like, why? I clicked the one. Like, I don't know why it does that.
そんな。
んだ？てめえが散々俺をコケにしてくれたのが元だろうが。
You don't understand. You don't understand!
望むところじゃねえか。デュエルなら受けて立つぜ。
Duel. It's far too late, mongrel. My anger and lament are carved too deep to be alleviated by taking your measly life. No one can stop my all-consuming fury, not even myself.
なんだと。
小太郎くんが。
Kotarou.
えらい盛り上がってますけど、元はパソコンのデータ消しちゃっただけですよね。
For starters, I'll upload all your embarrassing middle school writers online. I'll even translate them into other languages and spread them all over the world. Don't bet on the anonymity of the internet. I'll make sure your real information is not... Dude, that's actually a serious threat. Not spreading embarrassing stuff online, one thing. But doxing somebody? No, that's low.
やめろー！
小太郎くん、それはひどすぎるよ。中1の文集なんて、私でさえ読み返したくないのに。
It's actually kind of funny. I have a box where I've stored a bunch of like random stuff. And one of the things I used to do is journal, but my journals weren't journals. Typically, I just write down random thoughts in my head or write stories. So I have some of my middle school writings. I haven't looked at them in a long time, but I'm pretty sure I would die of embarrassment if they got published too. You want to stop me? Ha! It's useless! The entire world's connected to the internet. I can upload stuff anytime, anywhere, as long as I have the data. And the same applies to my spite once I started to spread. No one can stop me anymore. You can lament your foolishness for having awakened my dark side in the afterlife.
別に文集であの良い気な要素はないじゃないか。
I don't know. You'll go to the afterlife after you grow old and die.
バカ野郎。俺はそんなことには屈しねえ。俺は絶対に笑顔で老後をゲートボールしながら過ごしてやる。
You and your evanescent dreams. You will lead the rest of your life tortured by paranoia, constantly questioning whether the person you're interacting with has read your medical school writings.
これ、ゴミ箱に残ってるんじゃないです？
そうね。千早も少しは PC のこと分かってきたわね。
That actually, though, for complex files, that doesn't necessarily mean they're recoverable.
えへへ。
Huh? They're not gone for good.
できたわよ。
Seriously? My light side is broken out of the prison of my soul.
破るの簡単そうですね。魂の牢獄。
Details.
これでいつもの小太郎くんが帰ってきたよ。
I love how Kotori always just goes with the flow. Yeah, I'm sorry for everything, Kotori. I'm back to my usual cheerful self.
そうかそうか。
I'm sorry, Yoshino, but I'm alright now.
で、
He seizes me by the collar.
消せ。
Huh? But the prison of my soul!
両者同意の上で消去しろっつってんだ。
You can't make me do this. I'll just return to the light.
争いの火種持ってきたのはてめえだろうが。
It's so loud.
てめえも人の声で遊んでんじゃねえ。空気読めよ。
I like how she was super dismissive, but she's absolutely, like, she's all in for it now.
ほら、面白かったから。
もういい。表へ出やがれ。
He releases me.
待つんだ。
ああ？
喧嘩は良くない。小太郎も江戸川探偵のためを思って用意したんだ。許してやってほしい。
Detective Edogawa? What? Is that a reference to something? If you know, please let me know.
それに、そんなことより事件があなたを呼んでいる。
今日が冷めやがった。いつの間にか江戸川在住の探偵キャラにされてるが。
Oh, right.
どうでもいい。
I think that was a nickname that Kotarou like randomly threw out.
無駄な時間を過ごした。
Yoshino!
んだ。
Here, take this USB memory stick with the data. I prepared it while Suzuru had him distracted.
それ、私の。
Oh, don't be so cheapskate. It's a fitting end to today's incident. Yoshino snatches the memory stick out of my hands and heads straight for the door. Phew, all's well that ends well.
見事に余計なことをしてはいけないという教訓だったな。
Oh, you think that's what we learned from this? Absolutely not. My methods were wrong, I'm aware of that. Next time, I'll treat him like a pack of juice or something instead. I'll treat him to a pack of juice.
前向きだね、小太郎くん。
I mean, we were just fooling around as usual. Grabs me by the collar and punches me on the daily basis. Besides, what was he doing in school so late anyway? I'm confident he was waiting for us to do something.
いつか吉野くんと小太郎くんで仲良く肩組んで帰る日を楽しみにしてるよ。
Yeah, that'll be interesting. And that's about it for today's activities. What a day. What a day. See, this is the thing. We have so many interesting things going on, and then we spend, what was it, like 30 minutes on, not even 30, like 20 minutes on that. I mean, that's fun. But what's happening? I'll start it with those words.
ラプラスの魔は知っていて？
Oh, okay. LaPlace demon. Yeah, as long as I can look it up online anyway.
それは知らないというわ。
I've heard the name at least. Ah, I see. Here's the internet's wisdom. LaPlace is a demon, an entity that knows the precise location of momentum of every atom in the universe. With that information, it can calculate an event no matter how far in the past or future. In other words, it's an idea that argues for the ability to predict the future as long as you have all the relevant information. Okay, so it's a theoretical model, essentially, but the idea is sound, that you can get close to predicting the future with enough data. I mean, what do you think NASA does when they are launching space missions? They're using raw data to predict things like how much fuel they're going to need, what's the velocity and the angle that they need to take, what are they going to be able to do once they reach those angles and velocities. Not only that, getting out into space and doing certain things, putting satellites in certain spots at certain speeds so they can be either in like like quick orbits or geosynchronous orbits, or if they're going to the moon and back. And if any of those calculations are off by too much, it could destroy everything. So they have to really, really, really be accurate. So yeah, I mean, there's a good chance that if you could somehow have all the information about the universe simultaneously and could calculate it all, which would be the real challenge, I think, you likely could predict nearly anything that was going to happen in the universe fairly accurately. It would all be about scope, though. Like, even if you had all that raw data constantly flying, you'd only be able to theoretically focus on one thing at a time unless you were a god. It's easier to imagine if you think of the demon as a crazy supercomputer. So, what about it?
この物質で以前、古いハードディスクを発見したのよね。で、中身を吸い出してみたのよ。
You sure have a lot of free time, boss.
他人のハードディスクを除く。答えられないわ。
I have to admit there would be something kind of fun about that.
30年ものだからどうかなと思ったけど、読み取れてね。
Did it come from a computer that the Occult Research Society used a long time ago?
そのようね。で、当時の会員が作ったらしきプログラムデータが出てきたの。
Interesting. Wait a minute. Did she say... Okay, I need to go back, because I could have sworn she said 30 years ago. Okay. I don't know what year this is supposed to be taking place in, but a program that members had written 30 years ago would be pretty impressive, unless this is taking place in, like, 2020. Cool.
そのプログラム名がラプラスだったわけ。
Alright.
興味深かったので、昔プログラムの仕事をしていた知り合いに手を入れてもらってね。
You want me to try it?
選択権はあげるわ。
What should I do? Sure, of course, or why not? Of course, I mean, like, I agree with all three of these, but of course. I'm not seeing any choice here. Well, honestly, sounds pretty interesting, so I don't mind. I'll give it a shot then. As soon as I answer, Akane's lips curl into a nefarious smile. Oh no.
携帯に転送したわ。
Why? No, wait a minute. I checked to see if I've already received new data. To start, I opened the README file. Destiny approximation software? Talk about super fishy right off the bat. I like it though.
あらかじめデータを入力しておくことで、限定的に未来予測を試みるプログラムのようね。
Interesting. That's amazing.
あくまで試みるよ。いくら現代でも端末程度のスペックで事象演算など不可能だもの。
Yeah, but it's still fun.
占いに毛が生えた程度のものと思われるわ。どう？今日はこれで勝負というのは。
A contest? What do you mean? I'll take you on. No one else is here today anyway, so I might as well play with this thing. And if it gets meaningful data from it, it'll prove the existence of supernatural phenomena.
Okay.
She's like, sure. As such, I end up wandering the corridors and entering the data into LaPlace. There's a whole bunch of things that I have to input. From the subject's weight and height to today's temperature and date, and even stuff like the number of steps they walked today. It's not absolutely necessary to fill everyone out, though. However, the more I do, the more accurate this approximation is supposed to be. I'll try only inputting the data I know for now. But first, I need to find something to test with it. Luckily, I spotted Yoshino prancing about the corridor. Seems like he's heading somewhere. Good. I enter Yoshino's details into the machine. It takes a bit due to everything I need to fill out. If I don't hurry, his action patterns will change. I'd have to start all over. The program has an online search button on the left side of the screen. Miss Akane, I took the liberty of adding an internet search function to the program in question. It'll automatically populate necessary parameters from the most trustworthy sources. It should make matters a little bit easier. It's all a random file says. The README file says. I love that computer guy's dedication. I push the button. The parameters are filled in a matter of seconds. Wow. I particularly appreciate the data on the date of the school's founding and its area in square meters. The more of these I fill out, the more accurate my predictions will be. Okay, let's see what happens to Yoshino 15 minutes from now. The further into the future, the harder it is to predict. I mean, that's chaos theory for you. A mere 15 minutes is already using quite a bit of my phone's resources. Words spelling out Yoshino's future appear on the screen. Yoshino's forecast is lost. It's saying he's going to vanish from our reality. That, of course, is impossible. In other words, it means he'll go outside of the boundaries of the area I entered data for. In this case, it's the school. But it also predicted the reason for that. Reason? Seized against his will. Well, wait, hang on. If we now have this information and we physically grab him and throw him out of the school premises, that is technically correct. But it's predicated not because of the data we harvested, but because of the data we harvested. Because the data didn't predict that we would do that, except for the fact that we learned about the prediction, and thus we tried to make it real, which invalidates the prediction because the prediction in itself predicted its own prediction and becomes a self-fulfilled prophecy, which doesn't count. Right? Does that nonsense make any sense? I guess it means someone will capture him and take him from school against his will? Always had to always got to babysit this guy. Hold on, Yoshino. The police are after you.
今日はまた一段と意味不明だな。
I'm saying this for your sake. If you don't want to get arrested, you better rectify your actions immediately.
俺のすることに干渉するんじゃねえ。風の流れを変えることができないように。
Where were you planning to go?
俺は俺という自然現象。気ままな烈風に過ぎねえ。
I still think if we were doing a test, we shouldn't have interfered. He's so full of himself, he can't even hear me? No choice. I've got to stop him by force. I clasp his shoulder, but Yoshino continues walking forward. Hey!
薄汚い手で俺に触れるな。
Why do all characters like you always say something like the same thing?
断じてキャラなんかじゃねえ。ソウルから自然に出たシャウトだ。
You're gonna be lost if you continue down this route.
てめえこそどうしていつもそう狂った旋律を奏でやがる。そんなことをしてもてめえが世の俗物どもと同類校ってことは変わりやしねえ。
Well, so are you. Man, can you just tell me what you're going? I won't need to stop you if you can fill in some data.
人となしつけてる時にメール打ってんじゃねえよ。
He thracks my phone out of my hands. I'm not texting, it's a program called LaPlace, and...
黙れ。追随は許さねえ。消えな。
Looks like I have no way of stopping him with words after all. As such, I have no choice but to follow him. I let him get a little further away before I start tailing him. I'll make sure to stop him if he attempts anything that warrants being arrested. He knows we're following him and he's gonna run out. What the? Where is he going? He's walking in circles to throw me off. But truthfully, that's exactly what I want. His future incarceration will be averted if he avoids his original destination. I continue updating the data with the internet search engine each time we switch locations. You've gotta love GPS function. This thing lets the search function always know my exact surroundings. The amount of data in the program already far exceeds anything a person could implement manually. Interesting. So, like, this is a pretty interesting program that's obviously been updated by someone who knows what they're doing, but it also feels like it could be an interesting way to track Kotarou. I don't know why anyone would want to, but it feels like this is what it could be. And Akane's crazy enough to do something like that, so maybe it's a purposeful thing. The accuracy has to have increased significantly by now. You might treat me like dirt, but I'll save you nonetheless. But you treat him like a plaything, so I'm still stubbornly following him everywhere. Yoshino's the first to buckle under the pressure, though. Suddenly, he breaks into a swift dash. I'm not letting you get away! He's gonna run off campus. He chaotically runs through the school grounds without rhyme or reason. After realizing he can't shake me off with speed alone, he adds another dimension to his escape route. He jumps over flower beds, climbs over fences, slides down roofs, and so on. What roofs? You underestimated me. I mimic all of his tricks with perfect precision. His attempts to escape are getting more and more dangerous. He's choosing paths with jumps over pits that are deep enough to hurt himself. I can still keep up, but Yoshino's movements are growing more and more unsteady. He's pushing himself too hard. Cut it out, Yoshino! This is getting dangerous!
危険だろうと関係ねえ。俺は俺の進みたい道を行く。
This is starting to look like free running. Free running, an acrobatic sport that uses an urban area of obstacle courses, running and jumping around buildings and such. I get that they needed to define it, but that's pretty common knowledge, right? Like that's like what free running as a concept is not surprising, right? And you have to make your jump stylish as well, so it comes with a huge amount of risk, especially when you're as high as we are now. Wait, I hope this lost thing doesn't mean being taken away in an ambulance. I suppose it's still being taken against your will in a way. What if my own actions force Yoshino into danger? Oh, crap. I can easily catch up to him if I want. But as I get closer, he'll no doubt choose more dangerous paths. I have to catch him in a split second if I want to apprehend him. We're not using more strength for this, but I can handle it. Like, heck, I'll use something that dangerous for this crap. As such, I have to take him down with the limits of my current powers. Stop, Yoshino! If you stop, I'll stop following you too.
つけるのをやめりゃ止まってやる
I'll stop, so stop!
止まるからやめろ
This is going nowhere. Guess I've got no choice but to chase him down after all. I focus all my strength into my legs, praying. The distance between us begins shrinking.
やろうこうなったら
Don't do it. The thing I was worried about finally happens. Yoshino jumps over a fence without even giving it a proper look. There's a ditch on the other side, though. As such, it ends up being a much higher jump than he expected. I jump after him. As soon as I land, I turn to Yoshino just in time to see him disappear. Yoshino! I rush off to where he vanished. My feet suddenly begin sinking into the ground. I panic from the sudden sensation of being pulled down into the depths of the earth. Is this a hole? Darkness swallows me. Ah! Seems like I fell quite a distance. The impact rendered me unable to move for a while.
無事なようだな悪運の強い野郎だ
Yoshino? He's sitting at the edge of the darkness.
ずいぶん頑丈なお調子者がいたもんだピンピンしてやがる
I didn't brush anything off. It hurts like hell.
俺はこのざまさ足をやっちまった
Crap. Is it broken?
いやこの分じゃ明日の朝筋肉痛で血ヘドを吐くことになるだろうぜ
So, nasty sprain. You're doing better than me, you phony.
落下した時一瞬だけでもヘリをつかめたせいだ結局は手が滑って落ちちまったが
Do you know where we are?
俺はどうやらマンホールを踏み抜いちまったようだ
Oh, so we just went straight to the sewer.
階段を降りたところにあるあのマンホールだ
Ah, the old one. It was here before the school was even built. As far as I know, it's not even in use anymore. I wonder if it's connected to the ruins. I guess that means we're in an old sewer.
さあなこの暗さじゃ
I look up and see the hole we fell through. It's quite a ways up. The only light source we currently have, but it's not much. My sense of distance isn't functioning too well in the dark, but I can tell it's pretty high. Can't we just use the ladder to...
はしごに触るな
Why are you yelling?
よく見な
Oh, it's rotten.
長年使用されていない施設ってこった
Yeah, this thing looks like it might fall apart at any moment. Could prove deadly if it happened in the middle of our climb. And these walls are too smooth to climb. Wouldn't be able to do anything about it even if I got serious. Doesn't seem like giving each other a boost would be enough either.
他の道も探してみたが埋まってるみてえだ
We're stuck in quite a precarious situation.
唯一の脱出方法はそのはしごだけだだが見ての通り腐っちまってやがる俺の見たところそいつが使えるのは一度きりだ
Yoshino, did you actually wait for me to recover? You could have used the ladder to escape while I was knocked out.
見くびるんじゃねえてめえがいかにクズだとしても見捨てて俺一人だけ助かろうなんて軟弱な真似はしねえだが勝負となれば話は別だ
Huh?
本気の勝負をして勝者がはしごを使う
Kieran Dao? Are you nuts?
こんな時だからこそだこうでもしねえとそっちのマジを引き出せねえからな
He's got a point.
俺のスラッグショット
Slug shot? You mean that lousy fist you're pointing at me?
この暗闇でな
Oh, crap. Wait, Yoshino, duels are all well and good, but I can't fight you now.
なぜだ天王寺理由を言え
It's a pain in the... No, wait, I meant... Well, you know... Alright, your honorable deed earlier has cast a shadow of doubt upon my blood-starved heart. Do you really want me to fight you with clouded fists?
よく喋る野郎だ
He returns to normal stance. I really appreciate Yoshino's perchance for getting instantly drunk on edgy words.
ならどうするここからは声も届かねえし電波も入らねえ
Honestly, we should probably have Yoshino get out and just ask kindly that he send somebody to come get us. I've got an idea, but you'll need to obey my commands.
構わねえが。どういう指示だ？
Give me a moment. I take out my phone and enter the updated data into LaPlace. The internet connection doesn't work, but I can more or less guess the size of this room. I need to enter the details for the ladder, but I can't enter most of these without a thorough look. I just end up marking it so that I can only be used once. With these parameters, I give the program another spin to calculate the possibility of us becoming lost. Yeah, in this case, lost means escaping. The result pops onto the screen after maybe a minute of calculation. I got it, Yoshino. The thing told me we can both escape. But this method seems a tad rough. Nope.
そいつは一体
I explained LaPlace to Yoshino.
よりにもよって、てめえが俺より先に運命に抗う術をゲットしていたとはな。
I'll forward it to you if necessary. Yeah, okay, we can talk about this later. I hear this thing was no more than a toy, but it managed to predict you'd become lost outside the school grounds. It might have been just a toy when it was first developed, but with the internet collecting vast amounts of data for it, it's turned into a whole other beast. And therein might lie our means of escape.
で、どうすりゃこの運命という名の神の罠を食い破ることができるんだ。
Translation, what do we need to do to get out of here? It's easy. We just need to use the ladder in turns.
あのはしごは連続使用できねえと言ったぞ。
Of course, if you don't think outside the box anyway. There's a way to dramatically boost our chances at escape.
その方法とは
We've got to lose weight. Okay, where are you going with this?
あ
You're not getting it?
ここでダイエットでもしようってのか。
There's an easier way. Gotta strip. Do you know how much our uniforms weigh? Oh no.
夏の夜、奏者なき連弾のうつろな響きは俺の心に生まれ出た汚れし双子天使の奏でる食材なのかもしれない。
Stop before I start crying. Now's not the time to give into madness and start making up poems.
悪い。今度の新人賞の締め切りが近くてな。
You applied for that. Okay, listen. We'll be lighter if we discard our uniforms, and that'll prove to be the difference between life and death. With that, we might just barely get away with using the ladder twice.
裸になってどうする？
That's our only means of escape.
そんな変質者みてえな真似ができるか？
You fool!
うおっ！
I punched him.
てめえ、いきなり何しやがる？
And you dare call yourself Yoshino? The man I knew would have never given up over something like this. Don't lose your own pride, fool.
天王寺、言いたい放題だな。上等、やってやら！
Yoshino begins undressing. The visuals of Yoshino shall be censored from this point onward due to Tennouji not wanting to look at him. So you finally understand. I throw my clothes aside as well. That said, I'm fully aware that I can't act above ground butt naked. As such, I'll try to throw my phone and clothes above ground through the manhole. If I'm quick enough, I should be able to avoid being seen and get into further trouble once I get up there. Okay, alright. So, I get why he's doing this. But one, would boxers really made the big enough difference? You could just keep those on. Two, it would be horrific if someone happened to find us right now. It would look real weird. The first try fails, but I eventually managed to get all my stuff through the hole. This is how our ancestors lived.
速攻で着替えないとどえらいことになりやがるな。
Go ahead, Yoshino.
そいつは同情のつもりか。
I punched you earlier. It's my apology for that.
すかしやがって。なら俺からクライム。
Yeah, if the ladder falls apart after you get out, you're free to do whatever you want.
安心しろ。そんときゃ先行に報告しておいてやら。
Yoshino puts his hand on the ladder.
ふおー！
The contraption lets out a couple of unsettling squeaks as he climbs, but it holds up. Guess it's my turn now. I grasp the ladder, cold sweat dripping down my back. I can't tell it's about to fall apart just from touching it. Hold up, I beg you. I slowly and carefully climb up. A few rungs fall apart beneath my feet, but I somehow manage to reach the top. I'm free! Holy crap, it works! I'm standing above ground, stark naked, planting my feet wide in a manly glory to celebrate my victory. However, before me stands not Yoshino, but a bunch of girls likely heading back home from school. Oh no! What? We are gonna go to jail.
また変態出た。やだ、嘘、マジこれ。指定の裸族が迫
Oh, no. No! I hide my crotch with my hands and jump into the nearby bushes. Yoshino is also there, naked. Here you are.
出たら部活の女子部みてえのが集まっててよ。
It's like the worst case
運
scenario.
動してやがって。
What about our clothes?
その部活の顧問が
Oh, no! Why didn't you stop them?
止められるか。性犯罪者になっちまうだろう。
So wait, we've got no clothes now?
携帯もな。
My blood freezes. It's still bright outside, and our modern society's harsh place for people wearing nothing but their birthday suits. What are we gonna do?
知るか。俺だってわかんねえよこんなの。
It's a very uncomfortable predicament, to be honest. I would say maybe like stick your head out and be like, someone stole our clothes.
先生、こっちです。痴漢こっち。
やべ、来た。
It's the clothes people. The clothes people are attacking us.
見つかっちまったら社会的に命はねえ。
Yoshino, we've got no choice but to go into stealth mode and sneak past them into tall grass.
それしかねえな。よし、ならこっちだ。しばらく茂みが続く。
We crawl through the greenery like a pair of cockroaches. When soon enough, we run out of the bushes and emerge into the field. Luckily, there's an open window nearby we can use to get into the school. It doesn't seem like anyone's inside, and the window's open. If we make a run for it while nobody's around, jump through the window.
そいつで決まりだ。一斉の背で行くぞ。
But what about someone in the room? Okay, 1, 2, 3! Stepping on the cold asphalt with our bare feet, we dash toward the school swift as wind.
カズゴーファイオーファイオーファイオー
It's the softball team! The sports club's particularly known for violence!
と捕まりゃ生贄だぞ。走れ。
Run! We're somehow succeeded at getting inside the school without being noticed. But...
痴漢がダイレクトアクセス
Exactly! Bunch of girls are doing push-ups right under the window. Why? So that's why we couldn't see anyone inside. Whoa! What are you doing push-ups in a place like this?
練習場もない弱小部だからって痴漢に屈すると思わないでよ
The girls ready darts in their hands, begin throwing them at us. Oh no!
ダーツ部族か。
Run! Our stealth mode is blown. Our only choice now is to dash through the corridors at maximum speed. Oh god! No! I can't believe they're actually throwing darts at people. But then again, society condemns sexual deviance even worse than violence. Yoshino grabs his butt and jumps. He's lucky to get away with such minor injuries. However, we soon run into another group of girls. Ugh, all hope is lost. Yoshino, this is it. Better cover your face instead of your crotch.
何？
We might get expelled if they see our faces. Give up on your crotch. No!
畜生！畜生！
Oh no! We dash through the school with our faces tightly guarded. Oh no!
なんだこりゃフルじゃねえかこいつら取り押さえろ虚勢してやれ
Okay, that's a little extreme. We continue running, fending off violent pursuers as we look for our uniforms.
服はどこだ？
We fell into countless situations after that. However, we managed to escape them all by the skin of our teeth. The skin of your skin. We found paint at one point and managed to escape immediate threat by painting swimming suits on our crotches. However, wind and water are harsh to the naked folk, and the elements did everything in their power to return us to our birthday suits. At the end of our journey, we managed to infiltrate the teacher's room, found our rolled-up uniforms and phones. Yoshino almost beat me to death after that. He said he'd never hang out with me again, too. Yet, despite it all, neither of us could deny this turned out to be an unforgettable experience for both. Yeah, that's like scarring you for a lifetime material. So most likely remain with us the rest of our lives. Yeah. And to think of also the girls who were subjected to your hidden faces and unhidden crotches. That's going to live with them for a while, too. It's definitely a memory. Whether it'll be a fond or not, I can't quite say at the moment. I would say no. Naked people. Rumors of that being spread across campus soon after. But no matter how long they searched, the teachers never managed to catch them. It turned into a legend spread by word of mouth, mainly in the girls' sports clubs, of course.
あら、新聞部のネット配信記事、面白いわ。 なになに裸族は服着てる子いねが、と叫びながら人の衣類を奪おうとする。
ただの変態様現るじゃないですか。
天王寺の好きそうな立派なオカルトじゃない。調査しなくてもいいの？
No. There are things that are best left unknown.
何？らしくないわね。じゃあ、ラプラスの方はどうだったの？
It was surprisingly accurate. But if I admit that, I'd have to explain what happened to me today. And I already went as far as to discard my pride as a man to protect his personal information. It's garbage, no good at all.
では、今回も私の勝ちということね。
Sure.
何なんです？
あなたも使ってみたら？
よくわからないですけど、面白そうですね。昨夜に使ってきてもらいましょう。
Chihaya leaves.
うん、言い忘れていたけど、ラプラスね。とにかく、どんな未来演算でも裸になれという結論に持っていく。いわゆるネタソフトの可能性が高いそうよ。
Oh no! Tell me that kind of stuff from the start!
どうやらこれは何をやっても裸にさせられるソフトのようですね。なんとかシャツとパンツのみは死守できましたが、千早さんのためとはいえ、このようなことになるとは不覚です。
Wait, so did we give it to him or did he steal it?
これ、バスタオル使ってください。
おや、これはありがとうございます。
Seems like it worked differently for attractive guys. Aw, ouch. Grr. Play with Yoshino clear. Oh boy. What the heck? Autosave, huh? Alright, I think we're gonna stop here. It's autosave, so I'm guessing it means something actually, like, plot relevant's probably gonna happen. But that was interesting. Again, no answers. It was fun. I smiled. But I'm still desperate to know what the heck's going on. So, yeah. We'll leave it here for today. Next week we'll have to figure out what's going to happen next, but hopefully it's something interesting. I do think it was odd that despite it being a short story, it was giving us another opportunity to push the limits. I do wonder if that would have ended any differently or not. Probably not, but it gave the option, so I gotta wonder why. Sorry for the yawn. It's getting late, so I don't know why or what's going on, but you know what? I got more time to learn about it, and I'm definitely liking the characterization. It certainly is. If it's doing nothing else, it's helping me understand the characters more. It's making me more attached to them. So when it tries to do like more emotional rug pulls in the future, it'll be that much more impactful. That's why these side stories aren't bad things. Because usually they become intrinsic to the story, and not just that way, but also they tend to hint or set the stage for future events in ways that you might not anticipate. So that's one of the things that makes visual novels so nice, that they can have these like sub-stories and side stories that really can help embellish what happens later down the line in ways you wouldn't expect. But it has to not be frivolous, that's the problem. And right now it feels frivolous. Knowing that this game's got a good reputation, I'm guessing it won't feel that way all the time. But for now, it just feels like fluff. And while that's fine in the entertainment sense, I'm also just... I want to know what happens. I want to know what's going on. I want to see progress and like learn more about the universe. So I'm a little about that, but hopefully next week things will kick off better. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this episode. I certainly enjoyed recording it. It was an adventure, but we'll get to it when we get to it. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you so much for joining me on the channel and for sharing the journey and ReWrite with me. I hope you find more stuff to enjoy with this, and hopefully that there's more that we get to explore together. I look forward to like future games we get to play. So if you like this kind of content, make sure you stick around. Thank you especially to the patrons who make it so it's not only possible for me to make content, but to make content more frequently. I really owe you a lot. It gives me a sense of stability that I would never have otherwise. And I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much. And I hope until the next time you see me, you'll have more to watch. So until the next video watching me, see me next. I'll see you there.